Yo, yo,
Yo, what up, champ?
can you hear me? You good?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, bro? How you doing, man? My name is Josh Martinez. I am in Cincinnati, Ohio.
I'm good. How you?
I'm chilling, man. It's another day in paradise. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know, doing a lot of these Zoom interviews, or interviewing artists and stuff, it takes a lot to get me kind of excited. And I'm excited to see you and talk to you, bro. I'm not even gonna front
Oh
right now.
man, I
Like
appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you,
on, on
bro.
on some real and this ain't live, so like I'm from Brooklyn originally, so I'm all
Nah, it's
about
all good.
cursing. I'm all about cursing, so we'll edit
All
this later. But on
right.
some real shit, like I was talking to somebody earlier and I was like, it's funny to me because I feel like we need to give flowers, you know what I'm saying, more often nowadays and not wait till something happens later in life, you know what I'm saying? And I brought up that you, to me, are one of the most underappreciated artists in all forms of music. I feel like people don't bring you up when we're talking about longevity and everything that goes behind being relevant in the game. I mean, you're looking at 20 years, 20 more than 20 years since Country Grammar.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you, bro. I mean, you just continue to work, man, and hopefully everything falls in its place when it does. But your time will come. It's just one of those situations where you just keep hooping. You know what I mean? You just keep hooping, and then one day you'll get what's coming.
Do you feel that you're a little underappreciated in the game, or do you feel that you get your flowers and you get all that love?
Um, you try not to think about it. Do you hear certain conversations that you feel like your name should be brought up in? Yeah, I mean, I would be crazy not to say that, but again, it's not one of those ones that deter me away where I feel like I got to kick down the door, be upset, and watch. I just think it's one of those things where eventually my work I have to speak for itself. You know what I mean? Like so uh I wouldn't say that it bothers me, but you definitely raise an eyebrow when certain conversations you don't hear your name, but it's okay though.
Even something as simple. I mean, recently there was kind of talk. Like I noticed, like, again, I'm from New York City, so Air Force Ones have been like a staple of life. It's like Air Force Ones and Tims, and I know recently, I think it was ASAP Rocky that made the comment about Air Force Ones and that he brought it back into style. And I'm like, wait a second, now, hold on.
Right.
I mean, if we really want to give credit in a music sense, my man had it
Well,
15, 20 years ago.
I think he was definitely saying like, yeah, like when we did it. I mean, obviously, because one of the one of the one of the things that we say, part of evidence is that when we started wearing Air Force Ones, they were like 59.99.
Mm-hmm.
After we made the song, it wasn't even 9 months later. They were 99 bucks.
And they're still
99
expensive.
bucks,
Yeah.
sold out. You couldn't get a pair of white ones, and you were on back order for like for like a week or two. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that we know that we help accounted for, like, period. Was like, yo, we definitely raised the bag on those shoes, because when even in St. Louis, where they weren't the most popular shoe at the time, we Midwest and South, we were more like Reeboks and some K Swiss and things like that. The only reason I got on Air Force Ones was because of my Harlem cats that I was hanging with, Cardan and them, when I used to, when I was in New York trying to get a deal. But we were rocking them. We were still rocking them in St. Louis, but not on that type of basis of the must-have shoe. But then after that, there was a must-have shoe, and them numbers shot up, bro. You couldn't get a pair for under $100 nowhere.
I was gonna say, I
Nowhere on
hope
the
Nike.
planet.
I hope you got a check from somewhere in Oregon from Nike.
Nike looked out. They could have looked out a little more, but but they shot us some crumbs here and there. I say
that
that. You know what I
that
mean?
that's good. They see that's the proof in the pudding, because a lot of times these advertisers, businesses, they'll come up
Right.
with all these other spin stories on that. And I will say, like, nowadays, I realize that the kids that are wearing white Air Force Ones is almost like Chuck Taylors. Like, the dirtier, the
Yeah.
better. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Like they gotta stay clean, bro. What are you doing? I see these girls before last year, like at concerts and stuff, and it's almost like they want
Right.
it to be dirty. And I'm like, please
Yeah.
don't do
Yeah.
that. That breaks my
Nah.
heart.
No, man. But I think that's just their new wave now. You know what I mean? Like a lot of kids. you know, it's almost the bummy look. Like it works for them. You know what I'm saying? Nothing matches. You know, and it's kind of like, okay, hey, do you, bro? Do you? I'm with you.
Dog, that throws me off, the non-matching thing. But again, I
Yeah.
mean, we're coming from a different, I guess, era.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That like
definitely.
the socks, the underwear, even if nobody sees your
Yeah, we did
boxers, like
everything.
it got to match.
Yeah, we were polo down from the top to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I mean, we were talking about the longevity portion of things, obviously, and I mean, you've stuck through the generational fashion changes, the music changes, all the things that have changed through the years. What keeps you motivated to this day, bro?
I think just my love of music just always, you know, there's no specific material or attribute that I would say other than the love of music that just consistently makes me want to create. You know, I love trying new things, man. And like you were talking about the credit, and you know, one of those things that I feel very, very blessed to be is one of the only artists to have number ones on almost all formats. You know what I'm saying? Like pop, rap, R&B, top 40, rhythmic, country. You can name a format. I've topped it. You know what I mean? And that's something that, you know, I don't know too many artists. I don't know if you can name me 3 artists, period, in the
Hell
history
no.
of music, that have been able to do that. So that's what I say, like, yo, eventually you're gonna have to mention me. You know what I'm saying? You may not mention me now, but when you get to those conversations, you're gonna have to acknowledge it. So it's one of those things where I just try to continue to go. So the more, like I said again, I don't care where the number one sits at, just as long as it sit at number one.
It's,
So I
it's
think creativity.
I was gonna say, it's like Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So you got that
Yeah, man.
resume stacked all the way up.
I appreciate it, bro.
Now, in regards to fusing music, and you mentioned the country thing, obviously the newest single right now is Little Bit. This ain't your first run with Florida
Yeah.
Georgia Line. Has it got to the point where it's just like, yo, might need you on a track? Like, are you guys that cool that you're like, yo, I think I might go this way. Here's the session.
Bro, those are like little brothers to me.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you got to understand, the first time we did Cruise was 2012, 13, 2013. And I've watched those cats from being single guys. Like, understand me now. I've watched these cats from being single guys, getting a smash hit, taking off to becoming these fathers and husbands and just all around great men that they've matured into, man. And you watch these guys and you just like, I don't want to say that I'm proud, because, you know, these are grown men, even though I call them little brothers, just as an age factor, but never as a son factor or nothing like that. Because these guys, man, they work hard, man, and they're good people. So yeah, it is one of those where it's just like, yo, I got an idea, or I got something I need y'all to do. And it's vice versa. It's the same way. You know, if they need me to do anything, man, it's a direct call, or we reach out. And yeah, man, I'm pleased to call them friends, man, and better yet, call them family.
Now, did you originally putting this song together? Did you add them later, or was it like from day one? I want to do a song with
We
them again?
created it together. We definitely created together. I was in Nashville working on the project, and I was working with a few other people. And then I got the call from Tyler. And he was just like, "Yo, I know you down here. I'm gonna be at the boom, boom, boom." I was like, "All right, cool." And we swung by, man, and you know, we just vibed out for a minute. And the little bit beat, you know, we were just going through beats, and then a little bit beat came on, and I was just like, wait a minute, hold on. And then, you know, we got to throwing around stuff, and, you know, we just came up with the scenario and just ran with it. And yeah, it worked out, just the chemistry.
I was gonna say it's working out well because it's already, you know, on the top 40 charts, already moving up. You know what I'm saying? And the best part is that, you know, the more love that it's getting, you're seeing the numbers, the streamings, the Shazams, all those joints just kind of shoot up as well, which is again another indication that like you're still popping. It's been, you know, last year was 20 years since Country Grammar. Next year will be 20 years of Nellyville. Do you have like a 20-year anniversary kind of tour thing in mind yet, or not?
Well, we had one planned for Country Grammar. Definitely, obviously, COVID, as it did to a lot of other businesses and a lot of other people's plans. So we can't take it personal, even though it feels personal. I feel like it just stopped what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like it did this to me, but we didn't get a chance to really celebrate how we wanted to celebrate. We had a lot of great things planned, big tour plans as far as going around for the 20th anniversary of Country Grammar. So hopefully when things get back to normal, we'll be able to revisit that idea, probably with adding a little bit more to the show.
No, absolutely. And it's funny because I actually saw you perform in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, when I was doing radio in Iowa for a little bit. And I brought a couple people with me and they were like, yo, like, we didn't realize how many songs we knew. And again, I think that just goes in part to the catalog and the longevity. It's not like you had 1 or 2 hits and then 20 years later, like, you've been doing the damn thing all this time. And I think that goes back to me, you know what I'm saying, giving you love and giving you flowers. And I just feel like, I just think it's important that, that a lot of fucking people feel the exact same way in regards to like, yo, like, just being underrated, underappreciated. You've did the movies, you've done the TV shows. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to necessarily do this anymore, and you still do, which I think is dope. And even like something like Dancing with the Stars. Like, how did that even come about?
COVID. COVID. Like, I mean, yeah, it was, man. It's just like one of them, that and my big mouth talking about I can do anything. And, we just in the house talking mess and watching different shows. And that was one of the shows that was on. And I was like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that shit. That ain't nothing. And, my girl giving me shit about it. You can't. And I was just like, yeah. Then the opportunity came and she was like, well, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
Put your money where your mouth is. Now you got the shot.
Yeah, basically one of those. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, we give it a shot. But one of those things, if it had not been for COVID, I might not have been able to do it because it was time consuming. It is one of those commitments that, especially for somebody such as myself who needed all of the rehearsal time possible to learn what the hell was going on. I mean, I can groove, but now you're talking about a structured dance, which is one of the hardest things to do. But yeah, it was one of those situations, man, where shout out to Dancing with the Stars. The show is phenomenal. And everybody from the producers on down to the runners, the people in front of the camera, the people behind the camera, they made me feel at home, man. They allowed me to do it Nelly's way, which was very important to me. You know what I mean? From the swag to a lot of the songs we were doing and just everything that was going on. And they made me feel so comfortable, bro, that I couldn't do nothing but give it my all, man, give it my best. And my fans showed up for me. They kept voting me on to the next round because my scores wasn't doing it. So, but my fans kept pushing me, man, and kept supporting me. And we wound up getting third in something that I thought I might be off in 2 days. So
as long as you're not first eliminated, it's all good at that point.
Yeah. That was my goal.
You've always been, I mean, obviously you had, an athletic background and the minor league situation, even as far back with the Cardinals and stuff like that back in your day. You've always been in shape. Was the Dancing with the Stars shocking to your body? Like, this is a different type of workout.
Yeah, it was definitely. Man, you're burning like 2,000, 3,000 calories a day with the dance.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dancing, a lot of moving, you're sweating, you're doing all of that. And it actually was the best cardio that I've had in a long time, bro. Like, I can't even lie. Like, it's actually some of the best cardio I had in a long time. And I kind of actually miss it a little bit. But then you would be sore. You're definitely sore. You're sore. I come in the house and I can barely make it up the steps. And it's just like, but I mean, yeah, man, I had a ball. I definitely had a ball. I wouldn't trade it.
That's dope. So you did that during COVID. Obviously, things seem to be loosening up a little bit here and there. There almost seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel a little bit. What are your plans moving forward? Obviously 2021, but even beyond. Like I said, the Nellyville 20-year anniversary is next year, 2022. What can we expect from Nelly over the next 12 to 24 months even?
Well, hopefully, we get this album out beginning of the summer, or at least before the summer is over. Hopefully everything gets back to some type of normalcy where we can get the tour out. I don't like putting music out in this climate. I like to present my music to the fans, meaning I love to be out in front. I love to be on the stage, feeling the energy. So hopefully that gets back to normal, and we're able to get that album out in a way that we're able to tour. Got a few groups on my label, Dirty ENT, that we're getting ready to put out. I got a girl group called De Niro, which is really, really dope, that we're getting a chance to come out, that we're excited about. And man, I mean, you know, just all around over the table, just trying to get back to what we were doing before everything hit a freeze button, so to speak, man. So
I saw a tweet the other day that was like, this was the last full week of our lives before everything happened. Like 52 weeks ago was the last like normal week. And I dead ass had to stop and look at my phone like, ain't this some bullshit? We're still a year in. Like, we still got to deal with this. This is terrible, bro.
Man. This is crazy. It's crazy.
But so that's what we're expecting from Nelly. The single out, little bits out now. We're excited to see what you're going to give us over the next few months and year. And man, the kid that imitated the Ride With Me video for a 7th grade drama project is excited to talk with you and kick it with you.
Oh, there you go. Will make me feel old, Josh. There you go.
Yeah, I'm talking about 7th grade, and I got this big ass beard. Yeah. Hey, listen, if it makes you feel better, you're in a shit ton better shape than me. I'm out of shape, bro. This is terrible. I appreciate you though, Nelly. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, champ.